And welcome to Adam Does Real Estate. I'm Adam Barakzai, your YouTube real estate guide here in California. And today we're going to be discussing home ownership and how much does it really cost to get the keys to your new house. So this video is going to be a little bit more in depth, and we're going to go over the process, and we're going to cover fixed costs and down payment and some of the loan programs that are out there and a range of what these costs can be. And we're going to be using a $300,000 example here in California. And if you're in a different area, you can go ahead and make minor adjustments to go ahead and get the numbers right for your area. And for staying tuned until the end, I'm going to share with you guys my number one tip on how to get your foot in the door for even a little bit cheaper. So a lot of people think home ownership is almost impossible here in California, or it's really hard. And so we got two opposite sides of the street, and we're going to go ahead and cut out some of the noise here. So when I first got into real estate and I bought my first house when I was about 23 years old, I too thought that I had to save up for 3, 4, 5 years, have all my ducks in a row, and have everything perfect before I got the keys. And I actually found out that process was a little bit easier. I didn't have to come out very much out of pocket, and I'm going to cover those same exact things in this video with you guys. And we're also going to cover the other side of the street, which has all these great loan programs that are available that offer zero money down. And we're going to cover, are those programs real? Should you look into them? And how do you get in touch with the right lender? And now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this particular subject, which we're going to be covering in two different aspects. The first aspect is going to be the fixed costs, which are associated with home ownership, which could include such things as inspections, appraisals, and closing costs, and also the down payment required. So the fixed costs, for example, on a home inspection, which is not required on the contract, but I highly recommend it, especially for first-time buyers. And if you're on a budget and you don't have enough money in case there is a problem with the roof down the line, you want to get this done ahead of time. And an average home inspection here is going to range in California from anywhere from about $300 to about $600, and this could even depend on the size of the home. So the average currently is about $450, and we also got home appraisals, and currently we're paying about $600 average, and the range is $500 to $700 depending on the lender. And if they are going to be putting a rush on it, they will charge you a little bit extra. And here's a cool little tip. The home appraisal can actually be covered by the lender. Some lenders will go ahead and cover this, and some lenders will even eat the cost of it in case the transaction does not close. So that's actually pretty cool. So definitely make sure you get that question answered before you go ahead and submit documents to your lender. And now we're going to go into the EMD, which is the Earnest money deposit. And the earnest money deposit is going to be anywhere from 1 to 3%. And for our purposes here for the video, on our $300,000 example, we're going to go ahead and use the 1%, which is going to be $3,000. It normally has to be at the title company within 3 days. And so if your total down payment needed on a FHA 3.5% down on a $300,000 transaction is going to be $10,500. You would be putting $3,000 into earnest money deposit. So the earnest money deposit just doesn't go up in the air. It actually gets applied towards the final closing. And towards the end of the closing, you're going to bring in the remaining $7,500 that's needed for the deposit. On FHA transactions, the seller cannot pitch in for the 3.5%. So this is definitely key. And I actually love FHA because they give you a really good rate. However, there is going to be some mortgage insurance that you're going to have to go ahead and cover. However, the rate is so low that sometimes it can offset the payment. So we're going to go over that a little bit later. And now we're going to be covering closing costs. So closing costs are going to be such items as prepaid taxes, homeowner's insurance, home warranties, any kind of lender fees, origination fees. And here's the little hint. If you have the right realtor, oftentimes you can get the seller to cover the closing costs, and this can save you a lot of money. And on average, I would say closing costs are about 3%, and this can definitely range because it depends on the area, the time of the year, and is the buyer or the seller going to be covering the title and escrow? And these actually can vary from city to city, county to county. So you always want to make sure what's customary in your market before you submit any offers. And if you guys want to get in touch with like-minded real estate agents that can get your closing costs covered, definitely give me a call. I'm going to be able to get you in touch with a like-minded real estate professional in your market. So you'll see my contact information below, as well as some great guides and books and other links that I think you should definitely check out if you are new to real estate. You will find those below. And now we're going to cover down payment. And down payment basically is going to be the money that you're going to put into equity as far as the house. And the program that I often like, especially for first-time buyers, is going to be FHA. And this particular amount does need to get covered by the buyer. However, you can have it gifted to you. So you make sure that you get in touch with a great lender and that you talk to them first before you try transferring any kind of money around and making any sort of deposits. And FHA is very unique because it's by the Federal Housing Administration, and oftentimes you'll actually find that the rate can be very competitive. It does have a little premium as far as mortgage insurance. However, it does make it very, very easy to get your foot in the door, and their credit guidelines are very lenient. And if you can't save up to 3.5% or you don't have that, there is going to be other down payment assistance program available. So in California, we have Cal FHA, and Cal FHA is a great program, and I've closed a bunch of deals for my buyers with less than $5,000 out of their pocket total. And I've had transactions where the buyer almost pays less than $1,500 to get the keys to their house on a $350,000 purchase. So definitely a cool program to look into. However, you'll notice with any sort of down payment assistance program that your rate might be a little bit higher. However, if you can get your foot in the door now versus having to wait 3 years, it's definitely going to give you a lot of benefits. And there's a lot of benefits to home ownership other than just owning the place. You got tax benefits. You can go ahead and be tax exempt on the first $250,000 of gain from the property as long as your primary residence and you've lived there for 2 years, or $500,000 if you're a couple. So that's really great, and the tax liability in that is going to be zero. Always talk to your CPA first to make sure this is going to apply in your situation, as the laws are constantly changing. And on these down payment programs, the credit rating is going to be a little stricter. And currently right now for California here, the minimum FICO is going to be a 640 on Cal FHA, and these change up and down all the time. Number 3, we got the VA loan. So if you served in the military, you're definitely going to be able to take advantage of a zero down program. And I've actually found that the VA is a great loan. However, there is going to be certain fees that have to get paid by certain individuals. So make sure this is the right loan program for you. And I find that VA offers are sometimes a little harder to get accepted because the Section 1 on the PES has to be cleared before they fund the loan, and they want to do their own appraisal. So this can definitely keep some sellers from accepting your VA offer. So make sure you explore all the options. 4th, we got conventional loans, and conventional loans are really great. And a conventional loan can be anywhere from 3% down to 20% down. And the more money you put down, especially in the 15 to 20% range, you'll most likely not have mortgage insurance built into that, which could definitely lower your payment by $100 or so. So if you have the means, make sure you go ahead and put that 20% down, as this will really put you in a great financial situation, and you'll automatically have a 20% equity stake in your house from day one. And for the purpose of this video, we're going to go ahead and put some numbers on the screen, and we're going to cover the home inspection. We got the appraisal. We also got the earnest money deposit, and we're assuming that the seller has taken care of the closing costs. And right here we have the numbers on the total out-of-pocket expense on this $300,000 FHA program. Now you might be asking yourself, hey Adam, you know what, I actually don't have that money right there in my pocket. What should I do? Even though I can qualify for a down payment assistance program, should I take it? And the answer really lies in how long you plan on staying in that property. For example, if you're planning on living in that property for only 3 years, and that down payment assistance program is going to charge you a little bit of a higher interest rate, which comes out to about $100 a month over the term of 3 years, that's going to cost you $3,600, and in return you're getting $9,000 in benefit. I would actually say that's a great opportunity there and to take advantage of it. However, if you're planning on living in that house for the next 30 years, and that same $100 a month is now going to go ahead and cost you $36,000, it might be a little bit more advantageous to save up money to get into a regular FHA program, or at any time, as long as you don't have a prepay, which most of these loans no longer carry, you can go ahead and refinance. So I'm often finding that my own examples that I've gone a 30-year fix every single time, and I've honestly never stayed in any of the houses that I've actually purchased for more than 4 years. So this is something you want to definitely explore, because the average time a buyer actually stays in a house is less than 8 years. So this is something to consider, especially when you're looking at starter home, because oftentimes you'll find that your lifestyle and your family size is going to grow. So look at where you currently are and where you're going to be in 5 years. And if you think you're not going to be in that same house, well, maybe a 30-year loan might not be what you actually want, and you can actually save money by getting an adjustable 10-year loan. It might save you a little bit of cash. And for staying tuned till the end, I promised you guys I would share with you guys my #1 tip to go ahead and make it easier for you to get the keys to your new house. And here's the tip, guys. On certain inspections, for example, the roof, you can go ahead and have certain companies do it for free, and certain homes already have inspections done. So whenever you're talking to a real estate agent, if you're not really sure, you may want to ask, has this home had any inspections done? Because this could definitely save you $800 or $900 during the process. And you can weed out certain homes that have huge defects just by going through that inspection up front. So always ask, has there been any inspections performed, as inspections are expensive and you will not have to get it appraised if you're not interested, and your money will not be sitting in escrow. Alright guys, well, I hope that made some sort of sense. I know it's a little bit more of a detailed video. I'm going to have my contact information below, so you can reach out to me. I'm a realtor here in California, and if you're located in the Northern California region, definitely give me a call. Or even if you're out of state, I'm going to be able to help you find a like-minded real estate agent through my referral network, which is completely free to you. And what I do for my clients that call me, I'll find you a like-minded real estate agent who's full-time and shares the same kind of values that we talked about in the video. So if that sounds helpful, definitely give me a call. My real estate website is going to be adamdoesrealestate.com. I'm going to have some great links that you guys should definitely check out below on books, articles that will really empower you as a home buyer. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and check out that notification bell, so anytime I do post videos that are aimed to empower you as a home buyer, that you guys will go ahead and get notified. So make sure you check on that notification bell as well. Thanks for watching again. Have a fantastic day, and please comment below. And if you guys have a few minutes, you guys might want to check out this video right here, which is going to go ahead and cover the 7 questions you should ask your real estate professional before you hire them. And if you guys want to save additional money, check out this video right here, which is going to show you how you can save money on a roof inspection.